Events like this tonight are really essential. There's so much power in the visual, and people need to be able to see themselves.
Hello, I'm Conrad Anker, and I'm here in Oakland celebrating excellence in black climbing. We had two expeditions here today. One was the expedition Denali, and then the Full Circle. So both of them are groups that I was involved with, and as a climber, my goal is to encourage people to come out, open the doors, take down the fences, get people in there.
I think that the outdoor industry can better facilitate inclusivity in the space. One, by just seeing this as a very long-term issue to address. Sometimes we think that maybe one or two small efforts of support is enough, and people get exhausted or burn out, but just understanding that there has to be sort of a long-term game that everyone's committed to.
We're just celebrating black excellence in mountaineering, climbing together, having food together, and sharing stories. What Teresa and I were talking about last night is connecting all of these different groups and organizations. So it's not just like all of us doing our own thing in like different places and going on trips, but there's collaboration and tying together of our different pockets of community and making the bubble bigger.
The one thing that I would suggest the outdoor industry do to make or create authentic relationships is to be in relationships with people from underrepresented communities. Not just create a moment and then have absolutely nothing else to do with these communities. It has to be a lasting relationship. So creating opportunities for people from underrepresented communities and making sure that their boards, leadership represents the demographics of this country.
So much of my life I've heard, oh, black people don't do that. Even as like mixed and ambiguous as I am, people telling me like, oh, no, I don't know why you're doing that. We don't do that. Black people don't do that. That reminder to take any black people don't ... and just like take that whole statement and like throw it away, because we do. Anything and everything is possible. We do it all, not just because we have something to prove, but because there's joy, because there's a sense of fulfillment that all people who engage in these activities and others feel. It's not about proving anything. It's not only about changing the narrative, but about just displaying and showing the embodiment and the power that can come from experiencing joy in outdoor spaces and others.
Communities exist. Like there are people of color who are doing these things. Nowadays, like rock climbing gyms, you could sometimes even go by yourself or take a class. There are ways to get involved. It doesn't have to look so extreme, and start small and you'll find people who support you along the way if you want to take that to the next step. If you're afraid of heights, it doesn't have to look like rock climbing. It can look like taking a walk in your park. Having some sort of relationship with outdoor spaces can be really valuable, can add a level of like connection and meaning or peace or joy or fun to your life, and it's very rewarding to connect with natural spaces. So even if it feels new to you, it's worth dipping your toes, seeing how it feels.
You know, Full Circle started out as an idea for me years ago. We adopted it as a Full Circle Everest expedition, and it's become, I think, more of a movement than it is an expedition. And I just, you know, that's kind of my call in for folks is join the Full Circle movement. And that is, it's the climbing gym. It's the folks who are going out and running in the park. It's birders and, you know, folks who are going to Everest and everything in between. If you're getting outside and doing things and pulling other folks with you, then you're part of the Full Circle movement.